While traveling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out? Without you, Arisen. We must be really down on our luck to get caught out in such a downpour.
Take heart. The worst it can do is drench our equipment.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Speaking of which, look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Last! I thought we'd never find one.
Our collection grows.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
It is rather high. It might be beyond our reach. One of my abilities could bridge this gap. Might I be of assistance?
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way?
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. There! Faster! Bread wolves! Lucky us. That's worth taking. All in step, eh? I can't wait to find out what's inside. Right. Just follow me.
Yon chest is in a place not easily accessed. 'Tis a vexing thing, to see it so plainly and yet be unable to open it. Very well. I shall return.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in having a few. common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. While traveling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out?
Now, what might that be? We ought to take a closer look.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Off we trot.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. 'Twas stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. 'Tis no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Now it's gone. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir? Oh, pray do a poor man a kindness.
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure aught's aright with it?
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Welcome, sir. Contrary to the name, this little shop of mine deals in naught but the finest treasures. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Whatever 'tis you need, I can get it done. Many thanks to you.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Spending so freely offers a unique sort of joy. Let's keep our nose...
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell is you travel quite a bit. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Offulv? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste. And in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so kind as to seek out the Jadeite Orb on my behalf? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service. Of that I can assure you.
Sirs Offulv and Everard each seek the Jadeite Orb. To whom ought we to grant it, assuming we find the thing at all? The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment.
Well, hello there, sir. What can I do you for? Not that I really need to ask. Aye, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Trade's slow to a standstill, I fear. Always a pleasure. Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Would that I could spend all day. Lost track of time.
I'm not risking my life for a pittance.
Suppose I'll draw the water now. Thankless job, this. Suppose I can always run.
Only fools and urchins boast of their climate.
I'll do as I please. Let them try and stop me.
Aye.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due. Let them try and stop me. I can't be
At times, I find myself wondering why we must fight against our fellows. I quite agree. Prepare yourself! This one's shaking.
you!
Come on, don't keep me waiting. Only fools
Look, yonder, toward the sea. I espy a distant shore, a land untraveled.
What sort of place might it be, I wonder?
Not a care in the world. Just as it should be, exposed.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Days like this
Hail!
This ox cart, I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Most impressive, Master.
A few more victories like that, and we'll have them running for the hills.
Outstanding.
Naught good will come of this.
This is just what I needed.
Can't work as late as I.
I hope I've not left aught undone.
We've naught to discuss.
My peace of mind depends upon your kindness, friend. Pray inform me if you find Ulrika. I can only hope she remains safe, and that the Queen Regent's web of lies ensnares her no further. My peace of mind... I can only hope she remains safe, and that the...
'Tis good to be reunited.
Let's fix this up.
Here already? Travelling by ox cart was a welcome change.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Look, Master! Goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Hi there. Impeccable timing as always. I was just wondering if I'd get to see you one more time before I departed. And here you are. You've done much on my behalf, 'tis true. I can't rightly express how grateful I am to you, friend. If this ordeal has taught me anything, 'tis to have faith in my ability as an instructor. That's why I'm headed for the checkpoint rest town now in Batal. See, I have a friend who emigrated there, who happens to be in need of an instructor. And I figured if I'm being ousted anyhow, might as well go someplace new. Even if it means serving under different banners, at least I'll still be helping soldiers come home, and in one piece. Suppose this is where we part, eh? Be well, friend. And may the sun shine brightly on whate'er road you're traveling.
I am glad to know that Sir Baron has found a new path. Mayhap we ought to go and visit him later. See how he fares.
Splendid.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items.
Here we are.
We meet again. Truth be told, I was hoping we might. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so alive. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping for myself. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hands held a certain appeal. Of course, in the end, you were the one who made the purchase. That's all right. I know you meant well. Besides, I can safely say it was still a novel experience. I wanted to give you something in return by way of thanks. Here, this is for you. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
This might contain useful information.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
This looks as good a place as any.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh-ho! You have procured an archer staff, I see. Most excellent. You may now change your vocation to sorcerer, if it pleases you, sir. However, if you wish to register as a warrior instead, you will need to acquire a greatsword. Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a greatsword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied anon.
That was certainly worthwhile.
The result of our impeccable teamwork, no doubt.
'Tis vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back any time.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. So the acting chief of Melve was blamed. I suspect this is some ploy of the Queen Regent and her ilk to lay claim to the village territory. However, I've heard no report of her capture as of yet. It may well be that she is safe, Perchance, she has fled somewhere outside of Deesa's reach. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Deesa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
Well done, Master. By your efforts, our task is complete.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deesa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Onward to Burnworth Castle. Could you come over here?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. No harm in picking a few. We shall remain here.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me! Best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Going on. This cannot go on. I must try.
I quite like it here.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Shall we seek some answers?
Won't someone do aught about this? Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your time? I've a proposal to make, and methinks you'll want to hear it. See, a friend of mine hath an empty house, but no use for it. And I see you round the inn rather often. 'Twouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment. Come speak with me again once your mind's set.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. And from Batal, no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer,
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
Mystifying.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security, so pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable, for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Quite the predicament.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored.
My sword arm.
Perhaps a breath of fresh air. I am all of a dither.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batal.
I've some servants ferrying things over from Batal. Mayhap I ought to hasten them along.
All this merrymaking is a
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity. No. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless.
It would seem our sovereign has recovered enough to walk.
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen.
So, tell me more of this
He's feeling plenty merry by now.
As I hear it, it turned...
Surely these
I'll find myself a word of
No sense dwelling.
always sets me to think.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour
In here.
Open up!